Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another Ready or Not video. Now really quickly, before we get into it here, I would like to shout out my partnership with Instant Gaming. They're going to be doing a massive Black Friday giveaway here where you could win a gaming laptop and 10 Instant Gaming gift cards, and there can be up to 11 winners in total. In order to participate, all you have to do is go over to their website. There will be a link down in the description. Once you get over there, all you have to do is click on the participation button. I already clicked on it. That's why you guys don't see it here on screen. You can also increase your chances of winning by following them on Discord, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. This giveaway will be active up until the end of the day on November 23rd. They will be choosing winners and they will be announced on the 24th. In this Ready or Not video, we're going to be discussing the most recent development news reveal for the upcoming Ready or Not 1.0 update. We're going to be taking a look at the brand new overhauled SWAT AI, as well as taking a peek at some other improvements and implementations as well that was also shared earlier in the last week or so. We talked a little bit about the new SWAT AI overhaul in a previous video. It was more or less a teaser rather than a complete rundown, which is what we're going to be looking at here today. We've got a vast number of new capabilities and improvements for the SWAT AI, and I'm super excited to get into this with you guys. So essentially, as a quick rundown here, we're going to be going through the new formations, stacking procedures, breaching, clearing, SWAT callouts, and securing. Starting off with formations, we'll now have the ability to give formation commands for our SWAT team. Your SWAT AI teammates will now fall into a specific formation on your command, allowing you to fine-tune your officer's movement given the tactical environment. There will be 4 different fall-in formations, including single file, double file, diamond, and wedge formations. Also, along with this, another added feature, if you request your team to hold position, they will hold on the formation you last selected. You'll also notice that your SWAT officers will now hold angles. The SWAT officers in the rear will hold rear security and flanks as well. If your SWAT team comes across obstacles, they will automatically switch to different formations to allow them to fluidly navigate around objects. There's a GIF here displayed on screen demonstrating this new ability, this new feature. Here's also an example of the single file formation in a more CQB type environment, as well as the double file formation in hallways. Furthermore, the diamond formation, which is being displayed here on screen, is more or less beneficial for larger spaces where potential threats could be surrounding you from all sides. And lastly, utilizing the wedge formation allows for you to spread out over an open area with more concentrated focus forward, very similar to the double file that we were just looking at, except more spread out. Unfortunately, we don't have a demonstration for the wedge formation to show off here, but either way, this is a very good addition in my opinion, and it's going to make the AI feel much more alive rather than just them running around and doing whatever they want in the current update that we have right now. Moving on from that, we're going to be taking a look at the upcoming stacking commands, giving you a wide range of options for stacking procedures. We'll now have the ability to micromanage the SWAT members in a stack, as well as the ability to choose which side of the threshold to stack up onto, as well as whether or not we want a single or double stack on a doorway. You can even request officers to swap places, maybe if they are injured, or maybe you want the officer with a shield to take point instead. Along with all of this, the SWAT AI do not require your specific command in order to stack properly. The SWAT team will automatically determine an appropriate stacking procedure on their own, depending on the threshold type. So in other words, the option is obviously there to command a specific stack type, but you can also let them determine it on their own if you prefer that instead. Once your officers are stacked on a threshold, you'll then have an additional menu for breaching preferences. The breaching choices have been significantly improved, allowing us to choose the ability for the AI to breach with a battering ram, utilize a 40mm launcher, and also choose a brand new option called leader breaching. With these changes, you'll notice that the SWAT AI is definitely more on par with the versatility of actual human players. We've got a screenshot here on screen showing off the new breaching command menu, which will feature the breaching action choice, as well as your preference after the breach occurs, like clearing with a flashbang, a stinger grenade, a 40mm launcher, or for them to clear with the leader, i.e. yourself. Essentially, with the clear with leader command, your SWAT teammates are now capable of tactical intuition and can comprehend and follow up on your own equipment usage. For example, like a grenade throw, battering ram, C2, etc. Once those go off, the SWAT SWAT team will breach into the room with yourself. Or you can simply take point and enter the room first, and the SWAT teammates will proceed into the room with you based off of your choice of entry. Next, we're going to be looking at callouts and clearing. With the overhauled SWAT AI, your SWAT teammates will no longer require constant commands. They will make callouts, move to clear dead space, prioritize contacts in accordance with your orders, lean around corners, stay alert to openings, make arrests, check hiding places, and more. However, the SWAT team will adhere to your commands regardless, allowing you to keep control of your SWAT officers. The SWAT teammates will now verbally make note of doors and thresholds, whether or not they are open, how many, and in what direction. Furthermore, they will now verbalize if a suspect pulls a firearm or a knife. A large number of voice lines have been added for scenarios like this to optimize immersion. You'll now have the option to choose between dynamic entries, slice-based deliberate entries, or even a combination of the two for a hybrid entry type of clearing. On top of all this, limited penetration is also an option. SWAT AI will now swap to their secondary firearm during a firefight if their primary runs out of ammunition. There's even an option to now have the AI utilize semi-automatic or automatic depending on the firearm and if it has a fire selector. Lastly, the SWAT AI will now be much more convenient when clearing levels. They will now skillfully secure a scene without requiring any direct input. SWAT AI will have the ability to secure surrendering or downed suspects, as well as securing civilians without your command. They will also prioritize these actions based upon different variables. Also, with this, they will now utilize less than lethal properly, depending on the ongoing situation. That's going to be everything to go off of with the SWAT AI overhaul. We're going to take a look at some other development progress. Firstly, we've got progress on the first-person free look and how that will look while ADSing. I believe this is new completely, so they're just showing off this this new feature. I don't think this is currently a thing in the current game. I know free look exists, but as far as ADSing and then being able to look and then having that effect, I don't know if that exists at the moment, but either way, this does look cool. Next, they showed off massive hit reg improvements. In the current build of the game, there is some pretty awful hit registration with the AI suspects, as well as just hit reg in general. Here, they are showing off the difference between the hit reg in the current build and in the 1.0 build. From what they are saying, it works very similar on a player, so they decided to show it off on a player instead of an AI. I'm not exactly sure why they chose to do this. I feel like it would make more sense for them to show it off on an AI, but maybe it would just be easier for them to show it off on a player, and it works the same, so that's probably why they chose to do that, I would assume. But it is good that the hit reg is getting a big improvement in this next update. Now, lastly here, we've got our first official look at the way the new customization system is going to look like. As you can see here, you'll have the ability to customize different pieces of your gear, ranging from your gloves, pants, shirt, helmet, vest, and more. As long as they decide to keep this realistic, I'm 100% on board with implementing in-depth customization. Either way though, that is going to be everything to go over here. Let me know what you guys thought about the video down in the comments. I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say about all of these implementations and changes. Thank you guys though for sticking to the end of the video. I highly appreciate it. That's going to be the end of the video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.